These are three very different, simple, delicious, one-pan recipes, but which one is good enough to win today? Gentlemen, you have each designed a recipe. Jamie, you tell us yours takes 40 minutes, so you're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go!
Good luck.
Right, what happens if you take one of the best sandwiches in the world and turn it into a one-pan tray bake? You get the ultimate Reuben tray bake. Beef, sauerkraut, onion, Russian dressing, Swiss cheese. Yes.
He's always thinking sandwich.
Starting by peeling and finely dicing an onion, grating some garlic, and then I'm going to split them in half. Half's going into the frying pan to start frying off. The other half is going into my meatball mix.
We did international sandwiches not too long ago, and the Reuben was definitely up there. One of you today, the winner, will have your recipe published onto Sidekick. And in all the years and all the thousands of recipes we've done, there has never been a recipe on Sidekick that you guys have crafted.
All right, this is a proper test of...
I want it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
My ego wants it.
Mike, you said yours needed 35 minutes, so you're going to start in about 60 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Here's my pitch for why I think this is going to win. It's stupidly simple. It's packed full of flavour bombs. It's done, and it tastes like a Reuben sandwich. Hello. In my meatballs, beef mince, onion, garlic, caraway seeds, smoked paprika, salt, pepper.
Mike, your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go!
I'll leave you to it.
Excellent. Right. I'm making chili cheese dogs in a one pan. It's like a stewy, almost chili-ish mix with brioche. Super simple, but packs a real punch. And again, nice and straightforward for normals.
You've both gone for like really naughty dishes.
We've both gone very internety, haven't we?
Yeah.
We have.
I mean, ultimately, people don't want simple food. They want exciting, interesting food that's made easy. And I think that's the key. So we're not looking for simple ideas, we're looking for tasty ideas that people go, yes, I want that for dinner, but then you've got to make it easy.
I'm heating some oil. I'm going to fry off my beef mince, but I'm also just going to do all of my prep now. And I want you to be on mic watch here, because this should be a nice, pleasant cook at 35 minutes, not a Huttle storm. So I want you, Ebbers, to check myself before I wreck myself.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's the whole point of one-pan cooking. Yes, less washing up, but also just keep adding things to the pan, one after the other. No rush, no sort of stress, but just slowly building flavour across the time. Now, as comparisons, your competition, a lot of the recipes stem from anywhere between about 15 to 45 minutes. Those at the higher end have a lot of passive time where they're in the oven not doing anything. Baz, you said you needed 30 minutes, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
Right, I am cooking a whole sea bass, 2 whole sea bass in a pan.
2 sea bass?
With a bunch of delicious med veg. And the aim here is, it's all in one pan and as little prep as possible. So basically, you need to get that searing hot, but I want to start blackening those off and I start prepping the veg and getting that in the pan as well.
Jamie, meatballs.
Meatballs.
Classic midweek cooking, classic Italian. Not today.
Not today. Smoked paprika, caraway seeds, and then my frying pan, sauerkraut. So we're getting the flavour instantly in. Going to soften it down.
You've got what I love of midweek cooking, which is flavour bombs. Flavour bombs everywhere. I know it's your middle name. It's going to come into handy in this recipe.
I don't rely on me having the skills to do everything that I feel like I need to do to bring the flavour separately. And midweek, who wants to do that? Just use Dijon mustard. That's going to give you a whack. Use sauerkraut. It's going to give you that hit of flavour that you want.
I think of chili as a really long, slow cook.
Good.
How are you going to get ultimate flavour into something in 35 minutes?
Well, firstly, I'm going to ask you very politely to reposition your opinion on chili.
I mean, is it a Texan chili?
It's a quick, speedy, convenient, but delicious chili. So
a highly flavoured wet beef mince mix.
That's it. You're doing my work for me, Ebbers, thank you. So now the beef is crisped up. I'm going to turn down the heat and add some tomato puree. I'm going to stir that through. I want to almost brown off the tomato puree.
Now, one of the best things about a Reuben is rye bread. We're just ripping up pieces, putting it into the pan, meatballs go on top, into the oven, 20 minutes, let's make a dressing.
So two different approaches happening here. Jay starts in a hot pan, onion, sauerkraut, all the other prep on the board, pile it in and then into the oven. Barry is constructing everything on top in one go. Mike is using the same one pan in different places, i.e. starts with the beef, gets the colour, gets the tomato paste out of the pan, and in the same hot pan with all the flavour, next ingredients.
So now using the same pan, I'm frying off onions and peppers with a pinch of salt to help, again, draw that moisture out quicker so that this will cook quicker. And basically I want onions nice and soft, peppers nice and soft. So it's going to take probably about 5 minutes.
I'm using the fact that I've only said 30 minutes to my advantage by the fact that I'm getting that pan searingly hot and getting the tomatoes and the peppers in to blister them first, and then I can go the rest of the ingredients to cool down the pan in with the stock cube with some extra flavour, keeping things chunky, mix it all up, and then into an oven at 200 to then reduce down, start to blister on top, hope a bit jammy on the bottom. I'm making ratatouille, aren't I? I'm making ratatouille.
Baz, you've put a stock cube in there, but no stock, no liquid. So what are you using that cube for?
I'm using a wet stock cube to go in because it's easy to coat all the vegetables in with some oil. But then as it cooks down and blisters on top, all the tomatoes and the courgettes are going to release all their liquids to the bottom of the pan to have a nice, very rich base. There's nothing carby in my dish at all. It's just vegetables and fish. So I want the vegetables to be banging.
Ticks a lot of box for a lot of people. I think using the stock gels in that way is basically a really viscous seasoning bomb that goes around your vegetables.
Russian dressing, the key part to a great Reuben sandwich, going to be perfect as a topping for our tray bake. We're going for mayonnaise, ketchup, Dijon mustard, horseradish, white wine vinegar, dill and chives. Probably forgotten something. If you saw it go in and I didn't mention it, comment down below, let me know what it was.
About half your time left, just less than. Jay.
Hello.
You said you needed 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Which was the longest of the 3 recipes.
Yeah.
What's left to do?
I've got to wait another 15 minutes for that to cook. Once that's done, I'll put some Swiss cheese over it, goes back in for 5 minutes.
So your 40 minutes are very passive in the second half.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes of get stuff done and then 20 minutes of sit on your bum.
Get stuff done, then sit on your bum.
Yeah.
Are you not hot dogging your hot dogs?
Nope, I'm popping them in as big crispy croutons.
Ah, so beef mince and hot dogs.
Yeah.
And buns as croutons.
Yeah.
People will look at it on the app if it wins and will think it's fun and playful but be really easy to do.
Excellent. In with the garlic next, and then I'm going to go in with my spices, which are chili powder, cumin, and paprika.
In my pitch to get onto Psychic, I've noticed there's no whole fish recipes. We always use fillets. But in my head, a whole fish is just as easy to cook. It's just about how you then eat it later on. So I've just taken 2 sea bass, stuffed them with lemon and some parsley, salt, pepper on top of the pan later on, then into the hot oven. It's super, super simple.
How long do your fish need, Baz?
12 minutes, really. For me, this is like a fancy midweek meal in that it's midweek in that it's barely any effort. But because it's whole fish, it looks quite extravagant, even though it's just as simple.
I'll be honest, we've never put whole fish on the app yet.
Yeah, I can't work out why. Because it's easy, but I guess it's just not as easy to source.
Well, they
Yeah.
come from the same place.
Comes from, not necessarily, yeah, on its journey, right at the beginning, yeah, but
You like the peppers and courgette from the Mediterranean.
yeah. But I know the Psychic recipe we've got so far are all like what you can get in a smaller supermarket.
Yes, where they don't have the big
Whole fish. Yeah, no, the
It's
fish
small.
count. Yeah, yes, yeah.
Usually come in
big
a
fish,
tin.
little
Yeah.
fish.
Cardboard box.
Yeah.
Next, tin tomatoes in, crumble a stock cube, and then about 200 mils of water.
Years of being surrounded by Psychic and Psychic recipes. Your one chance to pitch an audition, and you're doing it by eye. You're not choosing
yeah.
to weigh and test and measure anything.
It's all good. This is how I cook at home. I mean, if I win, surely that's the job of then the chefs. to figure out the measurements, right?
I'm sure they are delicious recipes, but we won't put them on the app unless they've been chef tested, correct?
Kush GPT.
GPT.
I'm looking around at your recipes, and on the whole, you've used a whole onion, a whole pepper, a whole courgette. There's not much in the way of leftover ingredients to use in other recipes later in the week.
I know there are some recipes that use everything. So I've tried to make mine like that. Again, I'll just have a bit of parsley left over. Otherwise, zero waste.
By using some rye bread, you are going to be left over with the rest of a loaf. My suggestion for that would be to use the rest of the rye bread to make a Reuben sandwich.
The one pan and the one tray options make up almost a fifth of the recipes on Psychic. That's how popular they are. Which of yours is being added to that list?
Smells amazing.
I was looking for an excuse to have a glass of wine. I think a splash of white wine in this would be really nice, but it also means I get to have a glass of white wine.
You don't need an excuse to have wine, Barry.
Actually, Barry,
Yeah.
just looking for a splash of white wine.
I've
There's this bottle
I've
here.
already opened this one. I'll put that in and drink this one.
8 minutes remaining.
Worth it.
3 minutes until the cheese goes on. 5 minutes in the oven. Sounds like 8 minutes to me.
I find this moment is the reality of cooking, is you spend so much time beforehand worrying about how you're going to do it, planning ahead. Once you're in it and it's in the oven, you go, oh, that was quite simple, I should do that more often.
Yeah, it is exactly that, isn't it? Yeah, but I love that bit of just going, it's done, and now time and heat has to do its work. I've done my work. It's over to time and heat. Science.
It's problem.
Yeah.
Now, something that I hadn't thought of.
Just how much moisture is going to be in the oven with all of Barry's veg and fish?
Not that, but I'll add it to the list. I do need to actually season this because it's going to get sprinkled with all the cheese and everything. So really, I just want to be putting it into the oven to toast.
Do you want it on grill?
Yeah, maybe I might put it on grill.
Right, okay.
Hasn't that
How's
got
that
an
gonna
oven and grill setting?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, I can lower
Can I
mine
use
down.
the grill?
You can lower it, yeah.
Thanks, mate. I think that's probably going to give me the best
These
shot.
are the challenges that people don't have at home.
No.
Is people cooking 2 different dishes at the same time.
Yeah, that is true.
People should do that.
Yeah.
I would counter that with, if you're going to cook, sometimes cooking 2 dishes at once gives you tomorrow night off.
That is very true.
If you've been stood there with
Yeah.
your arms folded for 20 minutes waiting for your dish to finish, in that 20 minutes you could have done another dish.
Could have made it again.
Or you
Yeah.
could just do a batch recipe, just do a big lot and then
yeah,
just use
yeah,
that over again.
But sometimes, yeah, cooking multiple will save you time later in the
Yeah.
week. While the oven's on, while you're fueling the oven, fill it.
There's my timer. Put some cheese on.
Oh, thank you so much for this.
Stuff going back into the oven with the last 4.5 minutes remaining.
Back in the oven. Couple of minutes. Melt the cheese. Russian dressing. Herbs.
I have no idea what this is doing to my brioche.
Brioche cooks burns really
And I
quickly.
can smell it.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, it does cook quite quickly, doesn't it, brioche?
Grill was a mistake.
That's all right, it's done though.
How long have I got?
It was in there for a minute.
No, leave it. Midweek, I haven't got time to throw
Scrape
food
it.
away. No
I've got
food
spit.
waste.
I've got spit. No, I'm just gonna, no.
I'll be honest, Mike, you've messed it up, but I think if you now, with 90 seconds to
I'm about to take mine out.
try and change it, you're going to ruin it even more. a little bit of char, a little bit of caramelisation. Garnish time in the last 60 seconds.
That one's got cheese on it, so you can't see it so burnt.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good attempt,
Calm
boys.
and
Yes.
collected.
Good attempt.
We made something.
I don't know what yours is.
That is something you'd make.
That is, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, let's get some sexies. Let's get them tasted. A really nice variety for sure. I'm going to start Baz this end. Whole fish on the bone is not ideal for Psychic. Secondly, if you're going to do it, you should prep maybe we'll do a skills test soon of how to fillet fish, because you've even left the fins on, the bits and pieces.
But he's flamboyant. He's showing off, isn't
lazy. Whoever wins today, we will be fine-tuning and perfecting to make sure everyone is happy. I think your veg far too chunky for the time it was cooked, because I like a bite to my veg, but these are still crunchy.
That was by design.
And the fish is perfectly cooked. I can only imagine if that was a fillet rather than a whole fish, it would absolutely have a place on the app. But the flavours absolutely work. Mediterranean, you said ratatouille.
Might want to make some changes to this next one, Evers.
I love the concept of this because you've used like half a pack of mince and half a pack of hot dog buns and some cheese, and whatever's left can be put into use elsewhere in the week. And it's smoky, it's rich, and I like a different use of a hot dog bun.
I'm going to make that for me and Austin, 100%.
Yeah, kids would love that,
yeah.
Because they're so sweet, offset with the rich tomato, smoky spice of the chilli, I don't mind them being a little charred. We know that's too much, but I actually quite like this. This is good, and I think that's necessary. That's a little bit too much. Very tasty and very well cooked down onions and peppers, and then you've still got that raw crunch of spring onion on top, so you get the best of both worlds. It's great. Ooh. This one does mess with my head. I think I've only ever had a hot sauerkraut once, and that was in a Polish sort of hunter's stew, bigos. But the idea of hot sauerkraut is quite unusual to me. Really lovely and herby, with all the dill and the chive, and a game of textures. A slight crunch of sauerkraut, the bounce of meatball, and a sogginess of bread, but with the creaminess of that mayonnaise-based Russian dressing. Sauerkraut is not an ingredient we've ever used on Psychic, but we are always, every few months, adding new ingredients to it that we think are accessible and easy for people to get hold of and have either a long shelf life or can all be used up across recipes. And sauerkraut was one we spoke about only a few weeks ago because it's hugely on trend, it's delicious, it's a flavour bomb, and at the moment, it's not on the app. It ticks so many boxes. It took the longest. I think it's worth the effort, especially when half of it is passive time. The only thing is it is giving quite a of raw onion. Because in order to not overcook the meatballs, the onion on the inside of the meatballs is crunchy and raw.
If Jamie wins this with a freaking sandwich, we're so pissed off. Yeah.
We both made sandwiches.
Yeah, to be fair.
just
Hot dog isn't a sandwich.
Hot dog isn't a sandwich.
If you've enjoyed this process, give the video a like and we'll make more of them, see if our normals can audition, see if eventually each of them can win one round maybe. But today, my winner, with a few tweaks, is the Reuben.
Well done.
It's
Well
a sandwich, it's joining the app with all of the rest of the one pot cooks. It's delicious.
Well done, Jay. It annoys me, but well.
Boys, come try it. They are.
You've made the cut, Jay.
Yes! He made a sandwich into a one pot cook. But this is also delicious, and the one would need most work because conceptually it needs to completely change to be relevant.
I'm getting Reuben vibes from that.
Well done. That's brilliant.